Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we are, game number 2 now. As mentioned, we had a little bit of a break there, but we are back, ready to go in game number 2 and against Skyville. Currently up 1-0 in this best out of 3. So I've already talked about it. You can watch game number 1 if you'd like. Reiterated what is on the line here and the recap, how they got here and everything. But again, it's a pretty big deal for these two teams especially. The winner advances on to the Galaxy Battles tournament. That'll be taking place this weekend. They'll be the 8th and final team. I am BreakyCPK, your host, and we had a pretty fun game number 1, honestly. Skyville, they looked like a solid team. They played very well, and they definitely deserved that first game victory. So PG.Barracx, they definitely have their work cut out for them, that is. As I was also mentioning in that first game there, Skyville did defeat this team 3-0 in essentially what was the qualifying event for this wildcard match. They only dropped one game in what was the single elimination tournament in total, so and that was actually in their semifinal matchup there. So to be fair, PG.Barracx, they did go undefeated into the finals. But yeah, so Skyville looking good, and how about this? They're going to swap things around a little bit. Skyville's going to be the ones running the Omni Knight Shadow Shaman this time, whereas PG.Barracx, they're going to go with a Clockwork and then a Doom answer for that Omni Knight. So again, as I mentioned in the previous game, Doom, a solid counter of sorts to a hero like an Omni Knight, so liking the option there. They go the Clockwork first pick. Whenever we see a Clockwork pick, Shadow Fiend definitely has to come to mind. I've been doing a fair amount of Chinese casting here recently for, what was it, the Star Ladder minor event, I believe the qualifiers there. So pretty much every game we saw a Clockwork in, we saw either the other team respond with a Shadow Fiend, or Clockwork was just outright banned in the first event. Like, it was just, there was the obvious idea there. If Clockwork happens, we're going to see Shadow Fiend, or we need to take it for ourselves, etc. Again, I know regions definitely play differently, and I guess especially when you have teams like this that maybe are ultimately less experienced. But we'll see. We'll see if that comes about as either a ban or an eventual pick to happen here. But for now, Skyville, they're going to throw a ban on the Queen of Pain. The initial bans, by the way, the only kind of reaction to the first game was really the puck there on the Dire side, taking away that option. This puck was, played very well the first game, including a solo kill on Viper early on, which unfortunately didn't catch it on camera because, frankly, I just would not have expected that. But obviously, kind of set a nice momentum for the early game and helped Skyville pull away with the victory. So Skyville, of course, representing the Philippines here, and PG.Barracx, they're representing Indonesia here in this best-of-3 matchup. So something else that is kind of on the line. There's a lot of pride in especially these Southeast Asian countries across the board, so definitely means something as well. But right now, Skyville with that 1-0 lead. Ancient Apparition going to be their second ban in this phase, at least. 5th overall. Dragon Knight was the first one taken out by the Dire side. Now I need to figure out what that next one will be.
Radiant team pick.
They take away Death Prophet, so Skyville. Yeah, Death Prophet, obviously a hero that you already have a Shadow Shaman, especially. Some nice push presence could have definitely been very viable. You get the repel thrown on her from an Omni Knight. She becomes extra scary once that exorcism's up, so understand the ban there.
5 seconds remaining.
They still need a position 4. What's on the board? Something like a Sand King comes to mind. Obviously, Clockwork's already taken. Night Stalker and Nyx. There's a lot of position 4 bans, actually. They could go Rubik's, honestly, decent against Clockwork, and they played a pretty solid position 4 Rubik last game as well. I do think he was a bit stronger last game because of everything he did have to steal. So, okay, there's the Shadow Fiend. So we're talking about that. If you're not going to ban it, are you maybe going to pick it yourselves? You're going up against a Clockwork that very likely could have been their follow-up with the Clockwork pick. So they instead go Shadow Fiend and prevent the other team from doing so. Again, it just sets up too strong of a start. So
5 seconds remaining.
they'll take it for themselves. But now if you're PG.Barracx, respond with a mid-hero that perhaps can run at Shadow Fiend early on or heavily harass him, take advantage of the weaker presence of him in the laning phase. Medusa is still on the board. So far, seems like that potentially could be a strong pick. There are a couple of picks left still for Skyville, so maybe not yet. They still need their support as well. Disruptor would have to come to mind. What else is there? I've always been a fan of Shadow Demon, honestly. And Shadow Demon this game wouldn't be horrendous. You know, you're up against an Omni, the break effect would be nice. Witch Doctor is going to be their option ultimately. Or not the break, the purge, excuse me. The break wouldn't really matter too much, but... So third pick, Witch Doctor for a PG.Barracx. Very run-at-you team. This definitely is already... Yeah, it's a bit of a change of pace with this lineup this time around. Although, I mean, to be fair, Shadow Shaman Tusk last game, they wanted to run at you. But the cores didn't necessarily want to do that, so... Right now, these three heroes, they will love to move around the map quite a bit and gank heroes. So we'll see if they kind of follow that theme, at least with one of their cores or not.
Dire team pick.
Ooh. Okay. Wow. Is this setting up for a Huskar? Huskar right now would be okay this game. There is a fair amount of magic damage and interesting.
10 seconds remaining.
Can't go Tiny. Tiny's banned. We do
5
not see a lot of
remaining.
IO nowadays. So now why do you go for your PG.Barracx? One of your two cores here. I think it's best to get your mid option to just match up against the Shadow Fiend. Again, Medusa still works. No reason why she wouldn't at this point. And then you could just ban, say, the Anti-Mage or their final ban if you're really that scared. Actually, Skyville could go an Ursa here, though. The IO Ursa combo. And if they do go Medusa, an IO or an Ursa with that Diffusal Blade
Team ban.
could be pretty dangerous. They go Tinker. Okay. I actually like that a lot. Skyville's lineup does not have a lot of catch. That's one of the weak things, massively weak things, actually. Shadow Shaman is the only one with any sort of catch on the Dire side. They ban Anti-Mage. Are they going to go Medusa? That was a very quick Anti-Mage ban, and Anti-Mage would have been really greedy for PG.Barracx, considering they just went a Tinker, to be honest. So I don't know if I would have expected that from them, but again, these two teams very possibly know each other a lot more than I do. So
remaining.
I mean, not even possibly, they definitely do. So maybe there's some insight there, but it's going to be a gyrocopter, and that makes a little more sense. Again, one that can assist with the team, be more active with them as well. So like the final pick right there. A lot of magic damage. Later game, of course, Gyro will be doing plenty of physical, but they do have a lot of magic damage throughout this early to mid game. So BKB carrier. I talked about the possibility of an Ursa. Laser would be annoying. Huskar. I think Huskar still stands, actually. Although, again, Laser would still be annoying, but... Wow.
You may now select your heroes.
Okay, they're going to go a completely different route. They go Pugna instead. What the hell's the IO for? Are they running an IO Shadow Fiend? So Circle was the one on the Faceless Void last game, so it's going to be a Safe Flame Pugna. Defensive Decrepifies aren't necessarily going to be the strongest this game either, so it's not like it was picked up for that reason. They don't have a catch. That's my biggest issue right now with Skyville's lineup, especially against a Tinker. They have very little to no catch here on their side. They really don't have a frontliner either. I mean, Omni Knight doesn't want to do that necessarily, unless they maybe just are going to build the Omni Knight that way. Maybe build him more of like a get that pipe because of the matchup here. Be more of a hero that can stand on the front lines. I don't know. This draft is definitely it's not as I'm a little more concerned for Skyville. I like how the Dire side finished right there with Barrack on their side. I think their lineup just makes a little more sense to me. All right, well, got to play the game still. I had to give an advantage towards either side there with the draft. Would lean a little bit towards the Dire team here. So is this going to be a position... It looks like Doom's going to be the off lane, so it's going to be position 3 Doom. Clockwork's going to be a position 4 Roamer.
30 seconds to battle.
Obviously, Tinker matched up here in the middle lane against the Shadow Fiend. Nope, Doom. Oh, just tethers up the Rasta, then runs after Doom. Okay, what's the game plan here, guys? Yeah, Shackles. Not really the best Shackles there, just wasting a bit of mana, frankly.
The battle begins.
They do not want to give up this bounty rune, but at what cost now? This is, well, I guess it's going to turn into a kill for them possibly. Serki's going for it. Another blast. One more auto tech. He missed the uphill. He will connect that one, but it's not enough damage, and now he's dying to the Tinker, and Tinker will indeed get the at what cost with the first blood, and now going for a turn kill on the Shadow Shaman, perhaps. As well, Io comes in with a tether, going to be pushed back initially by the Cogs. However, Rasta now standing his ground against the Clockwork. Now turning the attention to the Tinker. So we still have an engagement here. Finally, we're going to break off, though, unless they want to keep running after him. Io did get that bottle first, so the regen's real. The Shackle's coming out of Tinker, going to eat the tree. Clockwork will put the Clockwork Cogs onto the Rasta on the back lines, and that'll buy a little more freedom for Tinker to escape. He also gets the salve delivered, and he will be fine, although Clockwork, not so fine. Rasta did get off that auto attack and actually successfully gets the kill on him. So they do finally get a turn kill, but they lost the Pugna initially. And Witch Doctor, hell, he's already level 2. He's been having a decent time here in the middle lane against Shadow Fiend. So he was basically the mid-hero while all that action was taking place. The fact that he was not there, that's definitely pretty key when you think about it. Obviously, he was busy blocking and then eventually laning, realizing what was going on, but if they don't block right there, if he just simply runs down into the bottom lane too, that could have been much better for them. But they got the first blood, so can't be too greedy, I guess it's safe to say. Bottom lane, well, this is apparently where the action's going to be. Oh, they know Ross is in here. They are looking for him. They find him. Yep, they see him there. Not going to actually kill him. He does have a TP, but he has to be careful. Maledict, he also has his cast. He's level 2. He's dead. Yeah, he has no chance. Don't even waste the TP. Smart decision. Rasta will fall. So good find there from the Dire team. You see Shadow Shaman or Shadow Fiend though. He's managed to get some early souls, and that's not good now for the Tinker. Shadow Fiend also has a slight level advantage because of what was going on. So Shadow Fiend seems like he should be all right here. Io, meanwhile, bottles up a haste rune. Was looking to make a play with that, but again, this just feels like such a funky Io game. Usually with an Io, it goes without saying, right? But you want that kind of front laner, that more the melee here, the Ursa. I mean, not really melee with Huskar, but you get the point. You want one that's going to run at people. Huskar, Ursa, Tiny are some of the more very popular combinations. Hell, even like a PA, but not a Pugna. Pugna's not necessarily one that stands out. So, I mean, even Shadow Fiend, it's just odd. Hell, once he's level 15, giving an axe to a teammate's pretty good this game, I guess. That's you put the axe up on, you put the tether up on Shadow Fiend, allow him to use a Requiem of Souls, and all of a sudden heals himself as well. More effective. Makes Pugna's life drain toggable. Granted, I assume he'd have his own axe by then. Omni Knight Guardian Angel, yeah. I don't know. Anyways, enough of that. Witch Doctor. Trying to get the kill right here on a Shadow Shaman. Yeah, and that's the other thing with the IO pit. They picked that into the Witch Doctor, didn't they?
Oh no.
That's tethering up. You have to keep a fairly close distance to keep the tether going, and that means the cask is ideally going to bounce to you. So, just another concern. How's the top lane going? Gyrocopter 15-3. Omni Knight's having a fantastic time though. He's 18-9. Just running after Drow, and here comes the IO. Tethers up. Gonna run at him with the repel, but Gyrocopter will just walk away. He's a little too fast, even with that degen RO. It's on level 1, and Gyrocopter just naturally quick. Pugna bottom lane. They see the Isles missing. Now's a chance to maybe kill Pugna. Maledict's put down. It's only level 1 still. Speaking of Isle missing, he's back in. He's healing up. And he's going to easily keep Pugna alive. And now, in fact, they're going for the turn kill on a Witch Doctor. Oh, he attacked the creep accidentally. That's going to be the difference maker. Oh, the misclick from Pugna, unless Wisp can finish him. No, he cannot. He tethers back up. Wisp is dying to the Infernal Blade. He'll barely survive, though. He's out of bottle charges currently. And no bounty rune is going to be happening for another minute. There will be the Shrine, however. See if he makes use of that. So. But yeah, he misclicked the auto attack, hit the creep instead. I don't know if that was a lost sight or what, but... As we're going to see a pause coming out from the Radiant team. But yeah, 3-1 start here. For Barracx. This Omni Knight. We'll say the laning phase, in fact, overall, holy crap, doing very well for the Radiant team. So 3-1 start's looking okay for the Dire side. To be honest, it is similar to last game. They also got a hero kill start. They got the first blood. But the laning stage was going a bit better for Skyville, and they made that work ultimately. So, yeah, look at Pugna, 34-9. He is having a hell of a start. Already has his early arcane boots, a full magic wand. Tinker is going to be the factor, really the key for the Dire side, because again, they have very little catch for this Tinker, and if he can really get going, then that's going to be something that Skyville is not going to be able to deal with too well. Middle lane, they're going on a Tinker. Speaking of that, Rasta running in with the tether. A little too quick, though, even with the tether speed. Rasta is actually going to lose a little bit of mana because of the cog pushback. Invisibility. I love some of the sound effects in this game, man. Does he really say that? Get off my lawn. That's one of those subtle things about Dota that you just don't even think about a lot, honestly. But it's almost hard to appreciate. But damn, did they do a good job with so many of these sound effects and the interactions of the heroes. And that's kind of a tangent that we're talking about now. But just that's something that everyone should appreciate, in my opinion. I've played a lot of games, especially in the MOBA scene, and that's definitely one of the many things that Dota does so right. And at least I appreciate it, and hopefully more do. Anyways, middle lane. They're trying to kill Shadow Fiend. TP in from Isle, but can he really do enough to keep him alive? Overcharge the heals. The rocket's coming out, so far it's working, actually. There's a heal with the purification as well, and yes, he can. Shadow Fiend's going to stay alive. They get the turn kill to Clockwork, and now Tinker has to run out. Talk about the complete save on Shadow Fiend. I don't know if he was going to be enough, but the purification from Omni Knight, level 3 on top of that, does make it enough when it's all said and done. Bottom lane, they will kill Rasta, however. Looks like Gyrocopter comes bottom and doesn't have his homing missile yet, actually. He's passing it up for now, going a 302 build. Did use the call down there, however, and secured the kill on a Rasta. But yeah, that's maybe seeing a little bit of the game plan here from Skyville. It could also ultimately be kind of a 4-1 strat, 4 supports surrounding the Shadow Fiend, letting him just right-click people down, I guess, which is really going to make the build of Shadow Fiend very interesting. He's going to drums early on, it seems like, which again I don't never see an issue with drums, frankly, right now in the meta. Well, where does he go from there?
What the doctor ordered.
Like, it feels like he can get away with a bit more greedier, but what is that greed?
Is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Just go the Yasha right into the Manta, maybe, and then even like straight into an MKB. I mean, will that work? I don't know if that'd be enough damage, though. Maybe too slow still. Need like a Maelstrom thrown in there? I don't know. We'll see. Bottom lane, though, going to take some tower damage. Gyrocopter leading the way. Top tower, however, obviously Nether Blast good at pushing towers. He's out with a stick now purchased, and working towards an earn, so obviously a pretty good start for him. Frost again getting picked off down here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Not acting
attack.
apologize, but goes without saying what happened. Middle lane though, Shadowfiend kind of walking after Tinker. Not the most crowd control on Shadowfiend though, so not gonna catch up to him. It's Clockwork will absorb a little bit of farm at the top lane. He's still only level 3, so wants to try to get farm anywhere it can. Switching over to the net worth, same thing as the CS. It's top 3 farm right now, belonging to the Radiant team. And it's probably going to get a little bit better. Another blast on top of the decrep, and Van will finish it with a purification.
Peace, you wretched fool.
Radiant's
Bottom tower does go
fallen.
down in favor of the Dire side, so Gyrocopter is starting to jump up the charts now a little bit.
Top tower is under attack.
How is Tinker doing? Soul Ring finished with the bottle. Has bots coming up next. That's when we start to see the farm really enhance, and then of course the blink I'm sure to follow, and then from there it's left up to whatever he feels necessary this game.
Where's my
Angel lands, Ags, Kaya. Is Kaya considered core now on Tinker actually? Maybe it is, huh?
damage?
Kaya is really good. We'll see what he gets. All right, there's the drums finish on Shadowfiend. With this lineup especially, you have your drums on Shadowfiend. Yeah, Skyville probably will just push towers now. And they already did the top tier one. See Pugna's in the middle. Leading the way here at least. He's got 1,500 gold saved up, so it looks like he was originally going an Aether Lens, but now he switched his mind to a Forest Staff. You are going up against a Clockwork, so yep, Forest Staff makes a lot of sense here. And sure enough, they're going to group up mid. Drums just finished on Doom as well. Call down, put down. If anything, try to zone them, push them back. Drums activated by Doom. Decrepify. That'll keep him off. And the Radiant side is going to fall back. Call down, again, not the biggest cooldown. So the fact that it scares them off is good enough. So yeah, Barrack, they know what kind of movement's going on because of the ward here. Going to see the Shrine pop. Isles not level 6 yet, so no relocates. Shadowfiend does go to Spell Amp over the attack speed. So I was curious what we were going to see there because maybe it could be telling of what direction we're going to see him going. He is actually going to go into a Hurricane Pike next. With this lineup,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
so really it seems like Skyville is going to go for the mid-game victory here for sure. Pugna. He's going to be saved by Isle, and they're looking to turn this. Raccoon was being challenged, decided to cancel. Life Drain also gets canceled as it's out of range. Clockwork, TP. They see him, they see him, they see him, they see him, they kill him. There's a Tinker Ward. Also placed. Now middle lane, Decrep's put up. Cancel that magic damage, but they're going to turn this. The cat's bouncing back and forth. At least he killed a Pugna. And now Shadowfiend. Can the TP happen in time? Yes, the purification. Isle's also here. Rost even throwing out the wards. Very defensive wards. Really wasn't necessary. Bit of a misplay there because another ward's going to be on cooldown. And at that point, it was pretty evident that they were falling back. That was just panic mode by Rasta. Did not want to lose their Shadowfiend. And obviously a good initial kill onto the Pugna. And this Gyrocopter is going to be an issue as well. He's getting some very nice farm now. He went the drums first, so yeah, no Mask of Madness build either. He's just going to go drums into a Yasha instead. And Tinker has the bots now finished. Skyville wants to try to keep the pressure up. They're going to do so in the middle lane. Take out the tower kill fairly easily. Another blast again, good for that. We really can see the game plan of Skyville. What is Isle doing?
Illusion.
Okay. Can you tether? No.
A little advice.
I thought he was just going to juke a little bit and then go back and tether to a teammate, but he just kept running. That seemed a little odd, and then maybe he was going to place a ward, didn't even do that. I don't know. That was confusing. Well, he's like, I feel bad for you guys. Here you go. IO's still not level 6 either, so again, no relocates yet for the IO. Rasta's going to run right into Clockwork. Oh, no. Just find my Clockwork here. And Brish. It's a fun name to say.
The strongest enemy I've grappled
We'll
with.
secure the kill.
Dire's bottom tower
As
is
bottom
under
lane,
attack.
Gyrocopter's going to TP in, though, and oh, he's got a double damage ring. He did not want to fight this. Doom in the backlands. He puts a Doom actually on a Pugna. Call down, coming down. It's not really going to hit anyone, though. Unfortunately for them, when it comes to the initiation of this Dire side, they really need Clockwork. Requiem Assault's going off, go over the turn on a Gyrocopter. A little bit too far away, though. Death Row put out Maldic onto him as well. The Shadow Fiend that is. A cat's bouncing around the heels, though. Coming out, Omni Knight does not have his Guardian Angel yet either, though. He's level 9, but still does not have it. Pugna will heal up a bit. The Repel's put out. Somehow nobody dead this whole fight. Pugna is going to try to TP. The Inferno Blade will stop, though, and that is the first death of this fight down here finally happening. And it goes, sure enough, on to Pugna. So the sustain is most certainly real on this Radiant side, but we are seeing one of the faults of the draft is that they can't seem to catch and keep anyone in place, so the damage is thus lacking. And sure, they can survive for a while, but eventually Barracx does run them down, and they find the one kill. So this
Radiant's
net worth
top
is
tower is
basically
under
identical at
attack.
this point. Witch Doctor, oh boy, what are these supports doing, man? His supports just kind of feeding some kills here and there. So a little bit of a positive, I guess, at the very end for Skyville, but still. Well played by Barracx. And again, just more time bought for this Tinker to eventually get the Blink Dagger next. Gyrocopter as well. Good job farming the Ancients up. He's going to have the full Yasha soon. What? Wait, did Rasta put wards down to farm Ancients? Okay. Interesting. Rasta just trying to get any kind of farm going. And they're gone. Don't die, please. I shouldn't be watching. He's so close to his blink, so that's why he really committed this. It's understandable, but man, it's getting so scary how low he's getting. All right, he'll survive. But again, I gotta be careful picking a fight right now for Skyville. They don't have a Rasta currently. He does get his
Radiant's
blink at
top
least,
tower is under
but
attack.
he'll need to regen. Top lane. March put out. Clockwork. He's got hookshot ready.
Boom! There it goes.
And it's not going to be a top tower kill just yet. Tinker not sticking around. Clockwork's nearby,
Radiant's
but
top tower is
I don't
under
know if he's going
attack.
to try to finish it. It looks like he is. They do not have fortification, so doesn't do the most damage, but he'll get it. Good job by
Radiant's
Clockwork.
top tower has fallen.
All right, relocate is ready now for IO.
For justice.
Radiant team falling back from the fight. Drums used by Doom. He's already down to 1 charge, so he's been actively using those drums. Unable to catch up to anyone. Gyrocopter's already down to 3 as well. They're going. Hookshot in. They catch a Shadow Fiend. Where's the support? Purification. There's the relocate. He relocates just a little bit backwards. Doom applied to Pugna, though. That homie missile going to connect as well as the Troll net. And they'll finish the job on a Pugna. The relocate's going to go back, remember. 2 more seconds. Is he going to bring him with him? Oh, no. He did take off the tether. So now Isle, can he tether back? Yes, he can. Well played. Shadow Fiend staying close enough, and Isle will survive. That was actually pretty well played on this part. Can only loses Pugna, and Isle will fall when it's all said and done. Spoke a little bit too soon. Witch Doctor, he is picked up, and what cause for the Shadow Fiend? The Requiem of Souls off in the distance. Will do some damage as well as mitigating that damage, and slowing them down. But Brish a little bit too quick, and he avoids to the trees. The Cauldron also kind of zoning them away. Rasta barely survived. The Rocket's not going to finish him. And Shadow Fiend can't catch up. I feel like a broken record, but this continues to be the fault of this draft, frankly. For Skyville, they just cannot lock people in place to secure these kills. And Barracx, they're going to group up, pop a shrine, maybe smoke as well.
Dire's middle
Do a
tower
smoke
is
on Witch
under
Doctor.
attack.
And they're going to head right towards the top lane now. Pugna? Uh-oh. Hook shot, nice land. They catch him, and that's going to be an easy kill. Pugna, that is now his 5th death. He's 0-5-2. His start was fantastic. He got great free farm in the beginning of this game, and they have not been able to make anything with it, unfortunately. All right, I'm going to test my production value right here. Let's see if it worked. Yeah, hashtag production value. I want to see that in chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Radiant's middle tower
Got
is
the
under
one-man
attack.
streamcaster going. Hashtag production value.
Will
All right, back to the game.
electronic
Oh, no.
sport-
Failed production value. Anyways, back to the live
Radiant
game.
structures are fortified.
Blessings.
Here I'm hyping myself up, then I fail right after. Anyways, they were pushing the middle tower a little bit there, but don't commit to it. Pugna Ward is pretty good, too, against heroes like the Tinker. Drums down to 0 charges. Shadow Fiend just went the Forest Staff. Doesn't even go the Hurricane Pike yet. Then he went the Yasha, and now he's trying to finish the Hurricane Pike here. Yeah, really could use that. But again, Forest Staff priority for the against the Clockwork, who also has a Spear Vessel, which actually I didn't even think about that initially, but oh my god, Spear Vessel's great this game. Reduces HP regeneration and healing by 70%, ladies and gentlemen. That is insanely good. So yeah, you put that on the Shadow Fiend or the Pugna in these fights, all of a sudden this massive heal strategy is not nearly as strong.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, very good decision there by Clockwork to pretty much rush that item,
Radiant's middle tower
as he
has
did. And
fallen.
actually, who's this? This is Rasta nearby. That's the defensive ward that they put down. Doom, he's still hunting Shadowblade. He's going to find Omni Knight. That's a big target. He's going to doom him. No, he just says hello. All right, never mind. Rasta blinks away. Clockwork hooks his own teammate, and they end up killing Witch Doctor elsewhere. And they're pinging out Doom. The Radiant team wants to fight this. Is that the best
Radiant's bottom
decision?
tower is under attack.
Tinker putting out the March from the side. He'd be fighting into a March. No, Dire Team's just going to keep backing up for now. So again, Witch Doctor falls victim. And that's the cue for Barrack to want to retreat. Tinker does have the Kaya finished with the blink. So there's our answer. I don't even know if Axe is that necessary this game. It really doesn't feel that necessary. You can get away with maybe just going straight Scythe next, even a Dagon,
Rock it on.
to burst people down. I almost expect to see one of those two items, actually. Because Axe just doesn't... Axe is okay, but it's definitely not necessary this game like it is others. Doom again, going in. He's searching for that support. They catch Shadow Fiend, though. Where is that support? He finds the IO cannot relocate as a result. He got the relocate off, actually? No, he did not. Anyways, he's going to be locked down by Doom. Doom wants to finish him off, nets him up, and yes, we'll get the final auto attack. Now he's running on out. At least Shadow Fiend survived, I guess, so that's the good news there for the Radiant side. And meanwhile, top lane, Gyrocopter just pushing the top tower. Doom running in again. Shadowblade again popped. Obviously doesn't have his ultimate now for a bit. Shadow Shaman's going in, but there's the Inferno Blade, the net, and even though he gets the shackles off, Shadow Shaman's going to die, but Gyrocopter, the life leech is not going to be enough from Pugna. The life drain more so. Shadow Fiend porting in. Isle is now back in here, ready to go. Yeah, he did actually activate the relocate that last fight, so it is going to be on cooldown for about a minute now. Oh, sorry. Just my Ebola coming up. Clockwork. Oh, he's found. Dust. And there is no support nearby for him unless he maybe hook shots to something. There you go. There's that something. Into
Radiant's
a TP.
bottom tower is under attack.
Well played. Space created. Nice. Oh, bottom lane. That's a dead Witch Doctor. Oh, we almost got the tower kill. And Rasta did commit the wards to it, so honestly, that's probably not the biggest deal for Witch Doctor.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tinker is going the axe, okay.
Jackpot.
Maybe he sees something different than I do. And now it's the Dyer's team to pause the game again. Skyville. Skyville, there you go. They're the ones that are up 1-0 here in this best of 3 series, and they played very well the first game. And they're not playing well this game, but again, you could definitely the draft, as expected, kind of a little bit concerning from the beginning, and it is showing throughout. And Barracks also feels like they maybe are playing a step up as well. So, game number 3 is definitely a possibility here. As Gyrocopter, he's got his full BKB now, 10 seconds, good to go. Again, we mentioned Tinker right now committed towards the Ags. Doom, he's going to try to finish a BKB before another fight breaks out, already with the Shadow Blade on top of that. On the other side, Pugna, Aether Lens, 4-staff. It's Pugna really dropped down in the net worth. Again, was on top of the charts very early on, and is now way down there in the middle of the pack. Him and Omni Knight, frankly, they were both up there. Omni Knight did end up getting the hand of Midas at least and help recover. And yeah, he is going to go the pipe. Of course, against the Tinker's really great. As it looks like the Dire side's ready to resume now.
Homing in. Double damage.
Gyrocopter with that 10-second BKB. I would think that Barrack really would not mind picking a fight here. Roshan has not been killed yet either in this game number 2. So once again, Gyrocopter just going to slowly push in the top lane. Shadow Fiend farming elsewhere. He has a full S&Y finish now with the Hurricane Pike. And he is going to go the MKB next. And again, I definitely like to see that. That kind of goes back to the idea I was talking about, where he can really kind of build almost glass cannon-like because of the backup that he has here. And just try to allow him to do as much damage as possible. Although middle lane, this is not going to result in too much. Not enough support nearby for the Dire side. But Tinker will just continue to port from lane to lane. And now pushing the bottom lane in. Going to be heading back to base, regenning, going elsewhere. So yeah, he hasn't changed that queue up yet, so again, my guess is that he's going to keep that and just finish the axe. Is anyone worthwhile playing at this major? Well, two things about that. One, it's not a major anymore, but it is still going to be a pretty solid event. It's a double elimination event, 8 teams. You still have very big name teams are going, guys, to the Galaxy Battles tournament, including you have OG, TNC, Evil Geniuses, Team Spirit, BGJ Thunder, Infamous, and Pain Gaming. Those are the 7 other teams, but again, obviously some big name teams. It happens to be the winner of this will play Evil Geniuses in the first round of the tournament. So Doom, this could be a free kill. It definitely is, especially with the Tinker ported.
Ultimate sacrifice. Healing shock.
Omni Knight almost has the pipe at least. the vision around Roshan, I mean, vision in general is definitely being dominated right now by the Dire side. They're the ones with the aggressive vision. Control the map. Hookshot, oof, gonna whiff. Looked like Shadow Fiend, he actually blinked away, or I guess more so, Herc impact over the ledge before they catch him. There's the axe completed now on Tinker, so he does go for the axe again. I feel like either the Dagon or even the Scythe arguably could have been better, but the axe still going to be a strong tool to use.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
To be fair, he'll definitely be able to replace the Soul Ring still at least, as well as the bottle, so both of those items, if not at least one of them, will still be coming, I'm sure. This caster doesn't even know the player names. Yeah, that'll happen. What do you mean? We got F King, Van, Cirque, JG, Innocence, JL.
Radiant
On the other side, Lesser Blue, Shinim, Brish, Rams, and BFL. Of course I know their names. Oh, what is going on? Meanwhile, Requiem going out. The repel is put up on top of him as well. Clockwork, he'll barely survive. Call it out, activated on Omni in the backlands. He still has that Guardian Angel. Clockwork's dying, actually. These right clicks are doing plenty of damage. The BKB's up, but he is dropping to all the physical damage that apparently is coming out. So Rasta did end up dying the Dire side. Nobody goes down themselves. Clockwork, he has the hook shot ready to go still. They're going to find the Isle. Isle tethers over, though. They'll be fine for now. And now Shadow Fiend's running in. And there is a shrine use here on top of that, so you got to be careful fighting in that area. But guess what? The Radiant team, they can't seem to finish anyone off within the fight. Feel like I've said that before. They're trying to go back into the Roshan pit. Don't have the Requiem now, though, and this is a very slow Roshan team.
Dire are scanning.
Now they put up, Death Ward put down. That's actually some good damage on the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend's going to purify the IO. I don't know if that's a misclick or what, but Shadow Fiend, he actually could go down right here. Another Maldic tick. No, yeah, he'll be fine. Repulse put up. There's the Doom activated on Omni Knight now. Doom's very deep, though. But that should scare off the Radiant team, if anything. However, Pugna, he's going to be caught out. Tether, nice job with the relocate, at least, from Isle. So maybe coming back himself to die, but saves the Pugna. Dire side, are they going to maybe look to go back? They call down right on top of the uphill. Shadow Fiend's thinking about going in. BKB activated by Doom. And now putting some auto attacks into JG Innocence right here. Isle, he's getting low. The purification keeps him alive a little bit longer. Tether going to wear off, though, and eventually goes down as a cog trap happens. Shadow Shaman now, he's being run after. They did pick off Doom, but they lose 2. In response, Shadow Fiend, he's going back in now, however. Lands 1 raise, can land a second. Earn heal on Clockwork, keeping himself alive for the time being. The Cogs block will allow for plenty of regen. Another 4 staff in 6 more seconds, but no, the life drain will eventually catch up to him. And they do get another kill, this one on Clockwork. So these are very drawn-out fights from either side. And ultimately, Roshan staying alive, about half life, a little bit under. But again, the Radiant team can't just go back in here and do this now. It's still not easy to do. In fact, this Shadow Fiend, what are you doing? Oh, he gets stunned. That's not good. Cast comes out. The Malic's put up. Another Death Ward? Nope. It's going to eventually stop it, though. Lesser Blue will fall back. Call down. Once again, going down. I believe it might have connected on the Shadow Fiend. Again, the heals, though. With that tether, the repel's also put up. So the raid boss, that is Shadow Fiend, with all the support, going back into the Roshan pit, really wants to kill this man. They're so committed right now. Job Captain does not have another call down. Obviously, the Dire team doesn't want to give it up, though. The orb's hitting. There's a Requiem at the last second. They get the kill. The Aegis is picked up by the Shadow Fiend. Now running in the Hex on the Gyrocopter. He's going to be hexed up in full. The Shackle's on top of that. It looks like he may go down. No, possibly can be. He'll be fine. Tinker finishes off the Shadow Fiend. They get the kill to Rasta, and they take out Pugna. Omni Knight, he's having to deal with the Doom, as Shadow Fiend will come back up now, but Doom running after Omni Knight. The hook shot missing on a Shadow Fiend. Doom doesn't want to overcommit, however, and will start to fall back himself now, but maybe he already did overcommit. Shadow Fiend turns, and Omni Knight, in fact, gets the last hit credit with the kill onto Doom there. And that's how finally this fight will finish. After all of that, they finally kill Roshan, only to lose the Aegis right after. Holy crap. Let's see, did my hashtag production value work? Oh, look at that. Look at that. We got a replay, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that Gyrocopter ends up falling. And then the Doom chase. ultimately to die. It's amazing how drawn out these fights are, though. Obviously, that is a strength of Skyville's lineup for sure. Is that they can make these fights last forever. And look at Shadowfiend; he's even going to Satanic. Wow. I don't know. I was thinking the Daedalus route initially. You know, we're seeing how he's able to survive in these fights already. And so the auto attacks that you do got in, you want to just be as much ump as possible, but I guess Satanic ideally will allow him to kind of sit there more comfortably even and put in more damage is the idea, but he's not committed necessarily. Anywho, what are other people going? Tinker, BKB, really? Why doesn't he get a Scythe, man? Scythe would be so good this game, it feels like, against locking down the supports here. He bought the BKB. Gem picked up by Omni Knight. So speaking of that map control earlier, Dire Side would like to reclaim that. Also Doom with the Shadow Blade bottom lane. Tinker, he's going to get caught, but nope, here comes a turn. Tinker, although he is dying, though, the relocate in. Shadowfiend's here as a result, but Shadowfiend's going to lose himself. He's beat it up. They get the kill on Tinker, but at what cost? But then they lose 3 heroes, actually. Big turnaround for BreakyCPK, and they want more. Pugna, he's trapped in. He does not have a TP out. He, too, is going to fall most likely. Maybe take him with him? No. Down goes the Pugna. Hat trick coming out for Rams on Gyrocopter. And finally, we have just a huge fight break out all of a sudden where one team dominates, and that being the Dire Side. And it happened quickly, too. They fought in a very enclosed area. And obviously there's a buyback now on Shadowfiend, which is definitely not what you want if you're the Radiant team. However, do not want to go further, does the Dire Side. Honestly, they might, they could just want to, another Roshan could be what we're waiting for at this point. I mean, it's still a lot of time, 5 minutes plus before another Roshan. But in the meantime, Gyrocopter and I have Scotty's now coming. Keep people slowed down. Tinker now deciding to go for the Scythe. He didn't even use the BKB last fight. Ouch. Yeah, that feels like that would have kept him alive. Didn't get to replay that one, unfortunately, but I noticed that he had it in his backpack still when he purchased it, so I'm wondering if he accidentally kept it in his backpack there and forgot to change it in. He is going to kill the Tinker Ward, though, obviously, that's how that whole fight started off in the first place. It's the first time we've seen the relocate used offensively like that as well from Skyville's team, at least since the earlier on parts of the game, which I don't even know if we saw then, actually. So good by them. Io, he's getting to 15, man. I'm telling you. That Tether Grand Scepter bonus. Oh, at this rate, putting on him Pugnups. And so, as a former IO spammer, that is, by the way, one of the more miserable things you could ever do as a solo queuer. But I did find out that when you tether an ally with that talent, it does linger. So you don't necessarily need to keep the tether on the target 100% indefinitely. Now, I don't know if it lasts the duration of what your full tether should be, but again, my point is, so you can say if you want your Omni Knight to get a Guardian Angel off with the tether or with the axe, you can tether him up real quickly, then run somewhere else and break the tether. And for a window of at least a couple seconds, if not longer, Omni Knight will have of then using the global Guardian Angel. So, not that it's a big deal, but just something to come to keep in mind at least. If he even gets to that point, which frankly, that might not even happen. Anyways, this tier 2 middle.
Radiant's
That's going to go
middle
down.
tower has fallen.
Doom running away. Rasta. Oh, he does go Chrysalis. Okay. So, JG Innocence, welcome to the broadcast. Clearly you're listening in. Shout out to your Shadowfiend play.
Dire are scanning.
How's Gyrocopter looking? He is going to Satanic, which, especially, you know, he doesn't have that Mask of Madness that we see a lot of the Gyrocopters maybe have earlier on, but you know, being without the life steal this whole time, now he'll have that as a result, of course. And now with the Eye of Scotty, he is going to be really beefy. 3,500 life or so, and with that BKB, it's down to 6 seconds, but still plenty of tank for him. But again, the biggest thing for Barracx is ideally getting on those backlines with the Doom and the Clockwork and trying to catch either the IO or the Omni Knight. I think of the really key targets here.
Where's my pension?
If you're the Dire side. Oh, if Rasta could see him right there and stop his TP, but wait, that would have done nothing, so that would have just got him killed. But if only. If only. Yeah, what are talents looking like? I haven't even really looked at many talents yet, but Shadowfiend, what did he end up going? Move speed, Shadow Raise damage.
Fear not heresy.
Oh, they got Tinker? Yes, they did. They caught him. Rasta, he catches him initially. Wait, they relocated it somewhere else. So he's going to die. What did they relocate over here?
With science.
Wait, either that was a misclick, or was Tinker there initially? Did I miss that? Oh, man. Rasta's dead for 45 seconds. Wards are down as well. And, yeah, the Dire team definitely wants to try to capitalize off of it. Roshan's going to be about a minute and a half spawn, though. They know that it could potentially be up now. It seems like they're kind of heading back in that area, but again, obviously, as we see, it's not going to be up for a little bit. That would have been a really prime time if so. Going back to talents, though, Shadow Fiend, he has to get the 3 damage per soul, right? Like, there's games where I love the 40% cooldown reduction, but this game, there's no question. He definitely gets that. Gyrocopter, I'm sure the homing missile cooldown. Or the homing missile charges, even. Let's see what Tinker goes for here. The mini stuns would be nice. So yeah, Pugna doesn't have an ag, so Pugna's life drain isn't nearly as effective, and the simple mini stun would stop the channel of it. Put it on cooldown.
Here's the good ammo.
Smoke? Oh, they were seen. Yeah, they were definitely seen doing this.
Money.
Right in the war division. Their team wrapping around bottom. They would not mind a fight breaking out, apparently. Okay, there's a Scythe now finished on Tinker. He does not have a buyback currently. Lincoln's taken off. Here we go. BKB going to be activated. Called on top of that. Going after Shadowfiend. They're locking it down pretty heavily. Gets a repel, though. Going to be healed up somewhat and will survive, it seems like, despite the Maledict being on pipe as well. This Tier 3 tower, though, bottom lane. This would be the first Tier 3. There's the fortification, though. That's a lot of upfront firepower, and the Dire team is going to be happy with what they accomplished. They'll fall back for now. So it's like a big shotgun burst. Nobody dies. Let's fall back. They do plenty of tower damage, though, and they got, did they really get anything too big? They didn't, did they?
Dire are scanning.
No, really, like BKB even either, so. But Roshan is now up. Doom sees that. Satanic finishing Gyrocopter, and he's got that Daedalus now queued up. We are going to see level 25s being hit here, so looking what 3 damage per soul, right? Like, oh my god. I mean, what is that going to do for him this game? He only has 1 activatable item, and it's a Hurricane Pike. Oh, I literally have my forehead in my hand right now. And listen, I'm an Archon 4 scrub. I understand that. I'm a nobody when it comes to playing this game, but the strategy that they're running, he is their damage. And this is a 4 protect one at its finest. Why on earth would you go that over an insane amount of plus to end.
Regeneration.
All right, it's done though. Life moves on. Gyrocopter. 3 homing missile charges. That's the expected. They're doing Roshan here. This is going to be the cheese as well.
And it's
And yeah, the Radiant team, they just can't get out of their base right now.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Mortality!
And it sucks because, honestly, I love seeing that talent in most games. Pretty much any other game, I love seeing that talent. Especially when you have the blink and, you know, more like the Yules build. You could move so freely in fights, just spam raises. You could Requiem's off and have him be up shortly after. So, but yeah, it just does not feel right this game at all. Tinker's almost level 25 now as well. He's got bots level 2. Once again, our team resetting bottom lane. Now they have the Aegis on Gyrocopter with a Satanic, by the way. Good luck killing him, and if you do, round number 2 is going to be happening. Oh, that's X up on a Gyrocopter, but the Radiant team does not want to fight that. And so they're going to go for the tower kill. Pugna takes off the Lincoln. Was that the Doom? No, he still has his Doom. He actually has a Purge. Nice. The auto attacks with a flat cannon. The Guardian Angel going to be committed for this. If I'm the Dire side, I'd probably keep pushing, right? Yeah, with that being down, Requiem's even going to be used, just simply trying to slow them as much as possible. Doom going in. He dooms up the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend's going to be taking out this fight now, and without him, they lack so much damage, and Dire side obviously knows this. They're going balls to the wall. Shadow Shaman, he's barely getting back. I relocated somebody just inches, but gets it back to the fountain. However, the Rack's finally going to drop. At least the melee Racks goes down. And once again, BreakyCPK will look to fall back. Going back in now. Hex up on a Doom. There's some rockets throwing out. Repel's put up on a Shadow Fiend, doing some good right-click to Clockwork. Decrepify. Double Force Staff, though. And he'll be fine. That Decrep might have saved him now that I think about it. Shadow Fiend couldn't attack him because of that.
Afterburners!
Ugh. I was only level 12. I was thinking like, well, at least I might have the 15 talent soon. He's gone 1 level in the last 10 minutes. Ay, ay, ay. So anyone that's bringing up the idea that Io with the Axe talent was good to kind of make up for that, guys, Io's literally gotten 1 level in the last 10 plus
Dire
minutes,
are scanning.
and he still has 2.5 levels to go before he gets that. Just saying.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Dire team is having trouble truly finishing this game. I'll say that. I mean, this game, 46 minutes in right now. Still feels like there's no
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
finish in sight. That's very obvious by any means.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
Illusion!
Does seem like Skyville could keep this pushed out for a while. Maybe the 3rd Roshan will be the game changer. I mean, speaking of that, Gyrocopter still has the Aegis. Do they have the cheese as well? Yeah, I think they might have used the cheese the last fight. Anyway, Gyrocopter's running in. He has a Chrysalis in his backpack. That's when you know he's farmed. Shadow Fiend going to be pushing the cost, kind of blocking out a little bit. Force Staff over the cog zone. He'll be good.
Radiant's
He's also
middle tower
relocated. They
is
used a
under
lot
attack.
just to make sure he stays alive for good reason. Tower. It's fallen. Decrep's put up on a Gyrocopter. Pugna, he's life draining. He gets the kill. Alright, so there's the Aegis. Just going to Requiem right on top end. He's going to be stunned, though. Yeah, muted up. He was not going to get a free Requiem right there. That was a really risky move. And now Shadow Shaman is trying to kite them the other way. If anything, be a bit of a distraction. But yeah, don't chase too far. They get the tier 3 tower. And now they're once again focusing back on the melee rack. So Nobody dying throughout all this.
Radiant's bottom barracks are
Shiva's going to be
under
activated, slowing them down. Once again,
Radiant
Shadow Fiend going
structures
back in.
are
Hex up. On a clockwork. Nice Glimmer Gate. Saving for the time being. And anytime the Radiant team tries to push out a little bit, the rocket spam starts and the march. It's just like good luck dealing with that hook shot on the backline. So they catch the Pugna. Sheep up on Omni Knight. He's going to be massively sheeped here by the Tinker. The Requiem finally goes off at the backlines. Witch Doctor is going to end up falling to it, and Omni Knight does survive. So the only kill when it's all said and done does go in favor of Skyville, but again, ultimately the battle's won by the Dire team as they kill the Rax and they'll fall back from there. So another case of rinse and repeat.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Regeneration.
The time.
It just doesn't feel like Skyville has a win condition here. Shadow Fiend can only get so much more damage, and there's no one else in this team that's going to be bringing it. He gets an eye of Scotty even. I mean, I guess the idea that it's just trying to keep people close to you as much as possible. Man, he did Divine. Why didn't he just go to Divine here? Come on. Anyways, Io could be jumped. Here comes out. There's the Repel. The homing missiles. Oh, go right into the Repel. The War Trap actually on a Jark up in the backlines as well. The Guardian Angel even committed. So Shadow Fiend, the raid boss, will survive once again. And now Tinker, he's going to be taken out of response. He's dead for 98 seconds. Does have a buyback. Doom's running after the Io. Another tether maybe. Yeah, the heal comes out. God, it must be so frustrating playing against this Radia lineup, man. You just can't kill targets. Takes forever. And they're also going to lose Clockwork, which also is a gem on top of that. So triple kill for the Shadow Fiend. And look at that, Isles level 20 or level 15. All right, so he gets the Scepter bonus now. All right, let the Scepter bonus begin.
Healing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's going to be a dead homing missile. I mean, Skyville, they're taking a tier 2 tower. Gonna at least force, yeah, I was gonna say at least one buyback, and both Tinker and Clockwork buyback. Probably unnecessary, to be honest. I wonder if they get. Clockwork feels like he probably didn't need a buyback there, but Tinker might have been enough. We're gonna be safe than sorry, though.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So Barrack, understandable. It's got to be a little bit frustrating playing against this Radiant side, and that time they got caught just going a little bit too much. I mean, this game is not 100% over yet. That goes without saying, I feel like, at this point especially. As frustrating as this lineup is to play against, keep grinding it out. Keep doing the slow but steady, and going to win the race strategy. Once again, going to group up and smoke. Trying to keep that tempo going. Bottom lane. Ooh, that's an illusion. They should know that. Doom's running in. He misses everyone. Hook shot. Who did that catch? That caught the Omni Knight. But he force taps out the Requiem. Once again, very deep Hail Mary Requiem. Clockwork, he's feeling the pain with those auto attacks. He's going to end up dying, it looks like. And can now force tap over the ledge now. Gyrocopter. He's dropping a half-life. Pops his BKB. He's going to TP out. They're in panic. The Dire side's in panic, man. They're running away. The Hex will catch Witch Doctor. And thus kill him at least. But the Radiant team holds. Skyville. We are in for a pretty epic comeback, it feels like. I mean, I've never felt more uncomfortable about a 14,000 net worth play than I do now.
Dire are scanning.
Just when I got finished saying I don't know what the win condition is for Skyville, maybe I should have said that for Barrack. Can they actually finish this game at this point? Like, what are the significant items? I mean, hitting 15 was great on Io, of course. Yeah, Pugna is going to have an Ags now finally with the Lincoln Sphere, I'm sure has been helping great too. Omni Knight, he has his own Lincoln, so they have double Lincolns that you're also trying to deal with, which I'm sure is being applied to Shadow Fiend constantly, which you see right there. Deal with the homing missiles. The repels put up as the homing missiles are coming in. Might want to stop spamming that, by the way. Anyways, Flat Cannon from Gyrocopter. will keep them out of the base. The wards are put down, though. They're going to reset this. There's still a buyback on a Clockwork. He's down for 50 more seconds to catch Doom. Can they finish him off? Guardian Angel pop for the Shadow Fiend. He's getting about half-life in front of Blade. Put up on him. Now Gyrocopter running back in, but again, do not want to overcommit. The heal's coming back out. More force ass forward. They're going for the Rex. They get the kill to Gyrocopter. He's dead for 100. Buyback on a Doom as well as he went down. Gyrocopter does have a buyback, but do you really want to use it right now? Tinker having to pour back and have to get some regen. There's a fortification. And for now, we'll hold a little bit longer. Clockwork, hook shot going in the back lines. Another ward also doing some damage on the Requiem's going to go off. Clockwork caught in the midst of it. Doom's also on the front line. That's going to be dieback for him. Gyrocopter does buy back, by the way. The Doom is activated on the Shadow Fiend as Gyrocopter will pick off Pugna in the back lines. But now Shadow Fiend, if he goes down, that's going to be big. And then sure enough, he will, it looks like. And there's a port in from Tinker on top of the Gyrocopter as well. They pick off the IO, who could not relocate him in time, who buys back immediately, as does the Shadow Fiend. So they push out middle. Now they buy back to defend their base. And Omni-Knight is simply running back to base with the Haster. And Radiant, or Dire team, though, yep, they know Roshan's up. And they're going to go for that Roshan kill. All right, while they're doing Roshan, let's take a look at that last fight once again. More so near the end of it. There's a finish on a Shadow Fiend. And, yep, catching the relocate back of IO. So not much there to work with that replay. Back to the live game, though. They bought back in full. Look at the buyback situation. A lot of buybacks used on either side. They're going for the Roshan kill. This could be a big deciding factor in this game. Refresher Shard is on him. Here we go. Tether's put up on a Shadow Fiend. Remember, we're playing the Axe as well. There's a big chicken. Dire team's not even going to fight. They just fell back, didn't they? Yeah, they don't want to fight. They don't have Doom, and they say, screw it. They're going to give everything up. Aegis is picked up on Shadow Fiend. I don't even know if you do that, honestly. I think you think about giving the Aegis to maybe the Pugna, but they give it to Shadow Fiend. I'm guessing Pugna got the cheese.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Omni-Knight has a Refresher Shard. It's a double GA. And who got the cheese? IO? Okay, well, Shadow Shaman has it for now. I don't probably want to give that to the Omni or the IO. Yeah, you see Shadow Fiend here. Getting up to those maxos with the Axe once again. Scythe is now purchased on Omni-Knight, so that Hand of Midas definitely paying off. He actually sold the Hand of Midas to help finish the Scythe right here. I cannot believe the Radiant team is actually in a decent spot to win this game now. This is such a cancer strategy, too. And I'm trying to think, like, did the Dire side, did they do a mistake here? It felt like, they started doing a good job pushing bot in, pushing mid. It was slow but steady. Where did it go wrong? I guess these picks that happened one by one in the middle lane after those Rax kills has just started the trend for Skyville to just push out middle, get tier 2, start breaking the base a little bit. And they've just been feeling the momentum from there. Well, IO 15, maybe that was the key.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, he gave up the shard. So Omni-Knight now has a cheese.
Top shrine is under attack.
What the hell's a shard on Pugna? A Rasta? It's going to be a Rasta, okay. He has an Axe as well, so yeah. They just want to throw double wards down with those Axe. I like it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just do it, Rasta. Double wards, let's go. With the Axe. Oh, he got done. He got done. No, Rasta, get it off, get it off. No, Rasta! Oh, he can't get the second one off. What an initiation. They doom him up even. And they prevent the second wards from going down. That's a waste of the Refresher Shard. And the wards essentially do nothing. Oh, what a defense there coming out. That was something. A Radiant team will fall back. We got to watch that again. That was... I feel so bad for him. Here goes Roster running one ward. The hook shot. You see the Refresher Shard be eaten right there. Dooms him up. And And they finish the job. Obviously, Shadow Fiend's like, all right, we got to get out now. The wards just essentially do nothing. Well played.
Do it with flair.
You have Omni Knight with the Scythe. And now thinking about it, obviously you can't blame them for putting it on the roster for the double wards, but the fact that it got wasted really hurts now. Because, yeah, Omni Knight with a double Scythe, a double Guardian Angel would be really big, too. It's working on a Moon Shard now with Shadow Fiend. I mean, Divine Rapier has to come eventually, right? Place of the S and Y?
Here's my pension.
I would think so.
And it's off.
Any more level 25s? Pugna's level 25. What did he get? 200 nether blast damage. Yeah, makes sense. Doom.
Dire are scanning.
3% Infernal Blade damage, yeah. Good item. Oh, Heaven's Halberd, too. Pretty significant. Clockwork's almost there as well. Rocket Flare True Sight. Is there a purpose for that this game? Counting Word is obviously really good. Also going with like Shadow Blades and stuff, but I don't think they really. I guess they have a Glimmer Cape. Let's see what he gets. Lincoln's put up on Shadow Fiend. Aegis, it's despawned. Cheese is on Shadow Fiend's backpack. They smoke, they dust even, I should say, but as the smoke was broken, but not enough to hit it. They just both sides are like, get out of here now.
Rock it on.
Oh, look at it.
Pugna's got the Dagon. What does Tinker get? 8,200 gold. I mean, he has to replace something here. I go back to the Ags, just not feeling like it was... I mean, I guess now it's okay to have... Well, like an Octarine Core? Meteor Hammer. He needs a Meteor Hammer. No, okay, he's not getting a Meteor Hammer.
Double damage.
Could he go like a Bloodthorn as well? Can you really upkeep that, though, on multiple heroes? That seems really difficult. What about a Nullfire? Nullfire, I think, would be interesting. Nullifying the... I don't know. Who would you know? You probably want to nullify, obviously, like, you know, you scythe one person, you nullify the other. I guess it's a similar idea to the Orchid, though, to be fair.
Has fallen.
Never divine, way too risky. I don't know about that. This Shadow Fiend doesn't die, man. That's a 10-second BKB. Oh, doing another fight, maybe. Our team, they're tired. This game going on. They want to go in. Gyrocopter's dropping, though. He pops the Satanic. He'll survive for now. Black Cannon doing plenty of damage. Shadow Fiend, he's going to stay alive because of the Guardian Angel. As he backs up. Again, Dire Team did not want to overcommit for good reason. And he was so low that had to be tasty looking. But they choose not to. Speaking of that, actually, I wonder if Gyrocopter could use a Nullfire. Oh, well, he could also use a Divine. I like it. There you go. There's our Divine starting to pop out.
Better than a poultice.
And Shadow Fiend's BKB is going to be back up soon because of that 40% cooldown reduction. So coming into play right there for sure. Rasta, nope, he can't TP. He's going to be hexed up. They're coming into a fight, though. Isle, great relocate. However, it was just to save the Rasta. Now Shadow Fiend's all alone. Oh, if they lose Shadow Fiend, he does have a buyback, but this is going to be big. Going to force him to use it at least. Dead for 125 seconds. Yeah, saving the Rasta. Obviously, in hindsight, you wish you didn't. And now Isle, he actually does TP out in time. So that's at least good. He did not have a buyback, but Shadow Fiend, of course, uses his pretty aggressively. No point to wait. Roshan is up.
Afterburners.
He needs Shivas. We're talking about Tinker. Yeah, I think Dagon 5. Yeah, as people are pointing out now in chat too. I remember talking about that earlier. Hell, I would have liked to Dagon over the Ags earlier. Just more of that upfront burst to get through the sustained healing. Good big catch. That's Witch Doctor. Not the biggest catch. And now the backline's caught on coming down. The hook shot. Hit the creep. BKB is going off. You see Shadow Fiend is putting us in as much damage as possible. Gonna go for the Requiem, but all of a sudden he's by himself. They lost 3, though. No buybacks on any of those heroes. It's Omni Knight and Shadow Fiend versus the world. Tinker's dying to the world. No, he'll be fine. Down goes Shadow Fiend, and that should do it. We're going to go to a Game 3, guys. It's a complete wipeout. Ultra kill for the Gyrocopter. And it's just one simple play like that that all of a sudden finishes the game. And by simple, I mean they went for a jump on the Witch Doctor of all heroes, and it backfires completely. And yeah, they're not calling it yet, but there's no way. There's no way you're coming back from this. I mean, but probably talking it out, if anything, amongst one another. But yeah, Omni Knight's not even buying back, so it's going to be official for sure. 64-minute game or so. That had to be, again, one of the more frustrating games that Barrack has ever played, I'm sure. But you know what? Well-deserved on the victory, absolutely. They do come through, and they're going to force the third and final game. A spot to the Galaxy Battles Tournament on the line, the main event for one of these two teams. Is what at hand here. So, GG well played. It's being called. Obviously, it's official. Game number 3 now coming out. I think I got that replay as well at the end. Yeah, again, they went for the jump on a Witch Doctor, and that's what started all this. They lined up perfectly for a call down. Everyone just got caught. And really one of the first times this game, it just felt like that the supports were just in a bad position. They couldn't really react. Omni Knight didn't have his Guardian Angel there, as you see. And that's the opening that they finally were able to take advantage of. So, game number 2 in the books, and again, game number 3 going to be coming up next. So I'm going to take a short break myself. Going to grab some water here real quickly. Need to hydrate after that one. I recommend you guys do as well. Recommend the players do as well. I'm guessing we're going to have another 10-minute break after that game on top of that, just like we had the first game. And understandably, setting up, again, what will be the final game. A big opportunity for both of these teams to advance on to the main event. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm BreakyCPK, your caster. Stay tuned. We got game number 3 going to be coming up next.